host Shades. We're your hosts, Shadow the Witty and kind of the Clever. And we're gonna figure out, well, more about this case. I don't know what's next.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
Well, the missing ones are supposedly the justice ones, because there's a total of 4 and only 4 are missing. So
I think whoever made the justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment.
Right,
I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
we did talk about how there would be there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but it wouldn't be the spotless hammer again. I think we have to get something.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible.
I mean, it's
that
not
two
impossible,
people work
but
together on
I'm
this.
gonna get past that point.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Thank you. Okay.
Go. Alright.
Alright.
Be good.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for, even if more than one person is only the one who actually carried out the act can, assuming the rule
Holds true. No, that's wrong.
I love how my big brain is actually working now that we've
Since
been
there
doing
were
this
two
for like an
murders,
hour.
It's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Oh yeah, I gotta
What do
do
you
this.
mean?
Since if they were to both kill one individually,
Yeah.
then would turn out positive.
If
What if
there's only
Hifumi
been
was just
one
planning
murder,
on killing
then
someone,
yes,
period?
the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together.
That's
The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's
Exactly.
accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two
Exactly.
people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer
Yes.
told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the
Yes!
first murder so he couldn't
I've
back
been
out of
calling
helping
this.
them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead,
It was one
each
person
person
killing
killed
someone and then someone killing that
creating
person.
2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one
Exactly.
person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then to avoid the no
Only one
accomplices
person
rule,
is
they
working
simply
against us right
killed
now.
their accomplice. Which, if true,
Exactly.
means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just
Exactly.
awful. How could anyone anyone be so cruel?
You think so?
We're in a
I
killing
can't help but
situation.
admire its cunning. Still, their
It's
choice
not
of
cunning,
accomplice
it's pretty
seems
obvious.
odd.
Right.
Well, it's cunning in the sense that if he was still alive, he would still be a liability. And so
Exactly.
it's cunning in the idea
It's
of
somewhat smart.
it's cutting off loose ends, so it's less of a chance to bring it back to whoever was the ringleader.
I know.
The effort
But
made
just-
to convince us the
Okay,
tumors
right.
were the same, that the main characteristic this time, Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although when I think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno
Celeste,
right now.
he was her biggest simp.
The true
was her
killer
biggest sin.
manipulated Hifumi to carry out the number of actions, in the end murdered him. In the debates up until now, the case was unfolded, and when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Oh, we're just calling it right now? Okay. I knew this.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying then
Exactly.
is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him,
Listen to this voice line.
that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
I don't know, you seem to talk to him quite a bit. Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be
Pardonnez-moi.
clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it
Exactly.
only further proves that the two of you were working together.
That
Yes!
was the only thing they had in common.
Let's go!
Encountering this suspicious individual.
I got it!
Encountering the
The
suspicious
behavior
individual.
they had
Yeah.
in common has
Because
to
that
do
was
with
a lie
the
from the
suspicious
beginning.
individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Yes, let's go. Shut
Sorry.
up, bitch.
As
I
he
just
said,
finished your
only Celeste
fucking
and
case.
Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one
If
of
it
the
was a
culprits,
lie
we can't
to
help but
separate
suspect
you.
what Celeste has said as well.
Yeah, that is true. If Hifumi's suspected to be murder and Celeste is collaborating with the story that he's been playing up, she's definitely in a bad
Are
situation.
you saying
Yes,
everything
let's
they
go.
told us
I
was a
called it. I
lie?
actually called it this time.
I gotta admit,
Good- good
in the
chat.
last session, you were thinking you really didn't know who it could be. You had no clue, and you were so dumbfounded.
I
I don't
just
even think
made
you
a-
could called it. And then this session
I
started, and
couldn't.
you're like, "Oh, it's Celeste." I'm like,
It was.
"Huh? Wait. Why do you say that?"
I mean, I did say it. I was guessing it for the end of last
Oh,
episode.
okay. I didn't
Or, well,
realize.
not last episode,
Session.
but not last episode, last session,
Hmm.
and it was just like continuing forward.
Okay.
The
After
constant
taking
talking
Hifumi
and
to the
all
nurse's
the
office, we
misleading,
all began our
it
search
just
for
felt
this
like she was
individual,
trying
correct?
to separate us.
Yeah.
Right.
Not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Exactly.
shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
A
We
vague
headed
statement
to,
to
the
get
second
you to
floor
run upstairs,
specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Yeah?
which gives Hifumi the proper time to escape.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? Line.
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him. The strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Exactly. Yes, let's go. Yeah!
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office! This is bad. Come on, we have to go back!
It was to get us
And then
to
she
divide
left to
into
go to the
2
bathroom.
groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split into 2 groups?
I'll lead the hunting party. This seems much more interesting.
Very well, then Makoto and Hina, Hina, and you come with me to the office.
Nurse's office. But that's
to the
the
nurse's
thing.
office.
Hina and Celeste left right as the body disappeared,
I will
which kind of
leave the
fits in, like,
capture of this suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
It
And
is
on
true.
top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
Never scream like...
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Sounds like Peach.
Yo, let's go.
It's like Peach
It
in
does sound like
Smash
Princess
Bros.
Peach. Princess Peach. Yo,
wait.
let's go.
Wait, who was the one who sounded like Ganondorf? Wasn't it Oi? Asahina? She was the one who said, or no, it was Celeste.
Yeah.
She was the one who said,
Yeah, it was
or no,
her.
it was Asahina. She was
No,
like, well, good door.
it was her. Well, yeah, she was like,
What
we
sound
should
should we
we
make?
should make a screaming cry. And she was like, Doria!
Yeah. And she said speech. Alright, whatever.
It was your way of telling him,
Yes.
we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing.
She's been controlling our movements the entire
When we
time.
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
Celeste was the one who suggested they go to the bathroom while Makoto left. Yes, let's go.
I certainly wasn't expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Oh, God.
you
Lag.
were the first
I
one to
didn't
say
see
he'd
what
been
happened.
murdered.
She was the one who said that he had been murdered. She's the one who threw
Right.
the idea out there in the first place. Not taking Hina away, just the idea, throwing it
You
out
wanted
there.
to make sure we wouldn't have any
Right.
doubt in our minds.
Oh, my.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Was it you or was it her suggestion? Wait, then
Yeah.
that was...
She wasn't worried about you.
It-
She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you
Yo.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one
Yeah,
fatal
gambler.
mistake.
Now, I'm gonna say this fatal mistake
Leaving
he's
him
talking
alive?
about is something I made a hint
Is leaving
to.
him alive? Really?
Yep.
I don't
Did
I don't even remember what he said.
You don't remember any of my hints, that's the point.
I didn't even catch it
Yeah, I don't
myself
remember
when you
shit.
first said it.
I have a bad memory.
Looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die here just like those guys did.
Exactly. I pointed that out
remember
too.
her
I was like,
saying
that's
that
so out of
too,
character.
But I don't understand
that's
what's
completely
so
out of
strange about
character.
it.
What's out of character? The reaction, you're saying? Her existentialism?
How she was like, oh, we're all gonna die, blah blah blah.
Ah.
None of it felt. None of her hate this case.
Then pay attention.
You know?
Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Okay, let me tell you this. The hint that I gave and that he's the fatal error she made that he's referring to isn't what you're talking about.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi
Not?
had been killed.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yes.
Although I
go.
don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's
she was
having
putting
some
up an
trouble
act.
understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Yaku's. Oh, wait.
Yakuza said that Celeste's comment doesn't make any sense. But that's... What is he alluding to? Do you know what he's alluding to?
Monokuma 3, Celeste's count. Well, Bullet's obviously Celeste's count. But
Is
what
it?
did Celeste say? I don't remember what she said.
Disappeared
Celeste
when... Okay, so that's the amount of time. The...
Right, maybe not that.
The handbook. Each student has their own handbook, which also acts as a keycard. The owner's name is displayed each time I'm booted up. It is
Not that.
believed that no
It's
handbooks
gotta
were
be the Monokuma
involved in carrying out the murder. So it's not. What was the last thing? The file.
It was
the file
Monokuma.
itself.
Good.
What does this say? I think
He
it's
is
something
not
in the.
good.
I think it's something they say. I don't think it's
They
anything
must
we have.
really be enjoying this.
Maybe.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
That feels
just
off.
like those guys died.
Boom! Oh,
And
you're
that
right.
is all
You're
I
right.
said.
It was those guys.
And that's all it takes to finish this.
Wait. Oh no. Wait. I'm confused.
It's those guys.
I'm really confused. I don't know what we have to
What?
do. That's the thing we have to destroy. Because she shouldn't have known about the guys. But what do we throw something against it?
Are you sure we don't?
I'm trying to remember. Because we can only use us, all,
One.
or those guys. Which means that us and all. Is it those guys
That doesn't
against
make much
all
sense.
then? Is it? It's gotta be all. It's
What was so strange
Maybe.
about
I don't-
Celeste's
Oh!
comment?
I really.
so strange. It's gotta be that, right? That's
I don't.
no, I was too slow. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All I said,
Oh,
they
no,
must really
I was
enjoy
too
it.
slow.
The sight of us, they must be.
We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Wait
just
for
like
it.
those guys died.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's what was
So strange about Celeste's comment?
What? Is it so strange? And then okay, I did it wrong. Reverse order.
Shoot.
It's backwards.
Yep, backwards.
Yeah.
All I said,
All
they
right.
must really
Damn it.
enjoy
Okay.
it.
See,
The
that's
sight
what
of us,
annoys
they
me
must be.
sometimes.
We
It's
are all
like
going to die.
I
We are
know
going to
It's
what's
die.
how-
wrong.
And
The
that is
order-
all I said.
And
The
that's
order
all
the
it
game
takes.
designers
What was so
want
strange about
isn't
Celeste's
always
comment?
clear.
Yeah. All right, so it's those guys.
All I said, they must really
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened, and they must be positively. We are all going to die here. We are going to
Blah
die.
blah blah. Second
Just
one.
like
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yay.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Because at the time she didn't know about Taka's
didn't
death.
know.
She shouldn't have known about
Exactly.
Taka's death that time. At that point in time,
Exactly.
she
You
should have
need
only known of
to have the
Hifumi.
motive.
When she
Exactly.
said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right?
That is
So
true.
she could have been dead too.
What?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
You could have just set
How
that
do
up
you explain
beforehand.
this picture of the costumed villain dragging
Have we
Hifumi
not
away?
already made it clear
Because he's
that
picking, he's,
even if
he's
this
picking
picture
up the robo thing.
is irrelevant, this picture says nothing.
It is kind
Like,
of
because we know
irrelevant.
they
It
both
is
lied.
very
At this
irrelevant.
point, we have so much evidence saying that they both lied and that they've been peddling a story and they have a whole plot to kill. And yet, oh no, because the picture. It's like, you guys made the picture. You made everything up.
Yeah.
Of course, why would we believe this one piece of evidence you guys brought to us that is completely made up?
Exactly.
be
It
some
looks like
kind of
Hifumi's
setup,
even
right?
picking it up.
So let's
It
put
looks
the
like
suit on.
Hifumi's holding it
And
up.
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus,
That's why they
happen
had
to
your
know
unconscious
that
body.
This particular camera does not have a timer.
You know that at this point, like, I know that she's trying to push that.
It's
Well,
not.
what about the picture? But the picture doesn't show
No.
a murder. The picture has nothing.
doesn't
Like, at this
show
point, this
technically
picture is just irrelevant to the
All it
case. Like,
all
she's
it
just
shows
using
is
this
a
as
suit.
as an scapegoat. Like, that's the
Exactly.
only reason she
All
has
he
this
has
image.
is the only thing in that image is a suit and Hifumi, which
Yeah.
both of them are connected to her. So this photo doesn't really prove anything.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told
Unless he
you was a
isn't being dragged away.
lie, how can this picture exist?
Because you lied about it. You
Simple.
made it up.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Exactly.
What could you possibly mean by
What
that?
if
Surely there are
Hifumi's
other
holding
explanations
an
than the one
unconscious
you've
body?
offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, what's the other possibility? Hifumi dragging the dragging suspect away. Hifumi and the suspect been drinking.
Nah, it's the
Hifumi
dude.
is dragging the suspect away. Is it? I think
Exactly, because like I said, he's
Yeah.
holding him.
It's
Hifumi
not
was
a
holding him
picture
up.
of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Look at
The
the photo.
one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the
Exactly.
strange costume might
Yo,
only
let's
exist
go.
to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Damn. Alright.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But really, but is that really possible?
No. Just lock her up, unfortunately. Like Celeste, but she can't get away with this.
Costume, I assume? Because you can't move very much?
I'd say the blueprint.
You dressed me up in that
Actually,
suit
yeah.
after I passed
Blueprint's
out.
probably it.
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You
Okay.
tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Or maybe that
Like I said,
Yasuhiro is unconscious. That
ridiculous.
could also fit that last
As
line.
you can see in the
That
picture,
fit.
the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious,
they were.
There's no way they could stand up
yeah.
straight
That's
like
wrong.
That's wrong. The robot itself can't move.
Shoot!
It must be the costume. It's I guess it's
must
not.
be.
Dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and you tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said,
yeah, how mean, how rude.
I'm gonna get through all the voice lines.
There's no way they could
stand
up. Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit.
No way.
Yep. It's definitely not him.
You dressed me up in that suit.
Let me make sure. I don't want to mess up too much. So it's the blueprints is just this. Okay, that's true.
Right.
See, I guess this is the other annoying part.
That looks
blueprints, the blueprints should say what it's possible. Because, like, when you think of blueprints, you don't think, oh, it's only gonna say where it was found, you know? But no one else could possibly fit.
Exactly.
In addition, with anyone wearing it, see the feet. Yeah, is it that? It's gotta be.
It's the costume. It's the costume.
Drape me across Hifumi.
It's gotta be the costume.
Wait, you tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
We're doing good.
Perfect.
Just chill out. We got this. We're good.
We're doing okay.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend at the waist. It seems like it's pretty obvious oversight.
That's right. They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Was it a mistake?
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh, whoa, new sprite, new work.
Dude,
do you see that face?
Yes, let's go. I told you she was acting suspicious through the entire trial, too.
Celeste
she was the
and
only
Hifumi
one
took the
like
suit
arguing
they
for a
specially
different
designed
point.
and stuffed Hero into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
She is getting pissed.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
I think she lost her mind.
You idiot. What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
He was, I mean,
Hey,
I don't think he was very
Who
conscious.
is it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? You're lying.
Kill me? That's right. I remember their name. Yes. Go.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hanagure!
Wait, but my name isn't
Who
really
was
Yasuhiro.
locked away?
It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Oh my god.
Kyoko.
Okay, a
What do you
bit
mean by
aggressive.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said serious a lot. He said people's last names.
I got it! That's right! Our last names!
Yeah.
He called us all by our last
Huzzah.
names!
He did call us Naegi.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now is it convenient?
He's just getting super aggressive right now with the fucking murder.
I know this is a bad analogy, but it's like Zoom was really good. I feel like he's like the host and he just like muted her screen. Like he just was like mute.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far,
Celestia,
I don't know whether
I
to
remember
laugh
that.
or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to— Well? Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine! Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
She's my favorite breakdown of anyone. Because of because she's made this whole persona about being fancy, and when she gets pissed, like really pissed, she loses the accent, and it's great. I love it.
Oh my, she loses everything, yeah.
Celestia still won't give up. So then, I have to do something. I have to make her accept it. Alright, one more B.
How you gonna make her
let's make your argument.
Stop the fact that they did it.
What do you think it is?
Oh god,
Hifumi
something
was
to
trying
prove?
to tell us something.
What are they saying?
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict
You're gambling.
me, that's the only truth there is!
So it's that one.
Your handbook. E-handbook. E-handbook.
Yep. Do you know why?
It has every student's name.
Yep.
It has every student's name.
You, Celeste.
how many times?
Celestia Ludenberg, god!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. And since you have no way to
No!
contradict me, that's the only truth there is!
Damn it.
job.
Hifumi
He wanted us to know the killer's last name.
I have to shoot these now because I'm running out of
one
time.
person here who might.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told.
How many times do I have to try? Name.
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Thank God. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good.
A bit lucky, but yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate!
Celeste, can
Except
you please
you
just
already
tell us
said
what
it.
really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because... Until the game's over, you never know what might happen!
Fine then. Let me settle it.
Closing argument.
Let me go over the case again, from the beginning,
Yay.
and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Alright. Comic book time. Huzzah.
Alright.
Why does Heaping Me look so fucking weird?
Because it's an artist rendition.
Yeah, but it's really weird.
I don't think it's that one.
Doesn't
Maybe
look
it's the
like
time.
No.
This one says it's 1. That one's 2. No, it's the hour, so it's 6. So this is at 1. Yeah, when they make the plant. That's at 1 o'clock. Then they make a note.
No.
Which one is it? Oh, this one? Because he's showing up? I think that's it. Then he gets knocked out, and what else happens? The camera? No, the camera's here.
Right before the...
This one's the camera. 'cause
Right,
it's
the
like, oh
camera's right
no! So, what's this
Yeah.
one? Is it blood?
The...
Mallet?
chemicals? No.
Well, where's the chemicals? That's the hard part. There's blood.
Well, it said that they used chemicals.
Well, yeah, but none of these
Backpack?
pictures show chemicals. That's the problem. Is it the room itself?
Or wait, go back. Switch. Because it's not the Danny one that you already did. It doesn't go there. The first, keep going all the way to your right, like on the options.
No, it's the left.
That's left. Yeah. Okay. Now that heap of me and the Danny one you already have up, switch them.
So this way?
Yes. See?
Okay.
It fits perfectly.
Let's see. Next one. So this is when he gets the note. Oh, hammer time. Oh, the watch. The watch saying 6. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 6.
The
Yeah.
watch saying 6.
Okay.
Or
This was with what hammer was this for? That was with 4. So
that was just
this
4.
one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Yeah, because they have to leave the body. What is so? It shows the picture.
And then the camera
What's
one.
this one?
The camera.
Oh, the camera. Well, no, because they're showing the camera. So what would it be for this one? Would be.
Well, I mean, it still might be the camera. It might be just a flashback.
I'm gonna come back to this one because I'm really not sure. Now this one, he finds the blood bag, and then he plays dead. Which picture shows him playing? Oh, he was hit with 3. He was the one with 3.
Yes, so maybe the one before this, maybe the panel before was the blood bag. That's the blood bag, maybe?
Well, no, the blood bag's right there.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe
so it can't be the same one.
No, why? This backpack one's
I don't
so
think so.
confusing. That's the most awkward one. Okay, so this is when he comes to life, gets him on the dolly and whatnot. Right, and push into a repository. Well, no, it's not that one. Is it that one? I don't think it is.
No. It's the
This one.
bloody mallet.
Yep. So okay, then what's this one? Oh, I've been hit with a hammer. Is it 1 or 2, maybe? Yeah, 2, because he was hit with 2.
Yes, because he got hit by hammer 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we got right.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to
Yes.
help carry out the murder.
No, we were wrong? But that says one of... Wait. No, they were supposed to
If
be
you
at
switch out
the...
the heap of me and the clock. Heap of me and the clock. The second one. on the second panel.
Is it this one?
On the second panel. Yes, that one goes to the first one. Yes.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Where is it? This one. Because he said the meet was... No, well, his was...
At 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was at 1. That's
his
right.
His is at 1 o'clock.
Plus, that's the clock for the rec room. That's the clock for the rec room.
Exactly.
Alright, then what's this one?
I remember
is it just Hifumi? Like...
Hero is...
Yeah! Oh,
yes.
It's who he's working with. I see.
You! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
if we read this line, we would have figured that out easier.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Yep. The one in the rec room.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Yeah? What?
That someone they met with was Hiro.
Yeah?
The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Oh no!
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Okay, I think we got this one right.
And then finally, at 6 a.m.,
I think we got all of them right.
They moved into the
first
murder
part.
phase of their plan. They called Taka to the
Kick
equipment
ass.
room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for Taka. I get he was probably going insane and whatnot, but I'm slowly getting remorse for him.
I mean, I have remorse for him.
I've never cared about this character, really. I know he was a hard ass and I didn't care about him at all. I was like, oh, he's dead? Oh, he's fine, we get some funny dialogue.
He's definitely not a hard ass. He's not no hard ass. He's more of a tries to be strict.
Yeah.
And fucking sucks.
Yeah, and I just never cared for him, but this one image just really makes me feel bad for him.
Made you feel bad for him. He didn't deserve it.
The murder weapon was Justice
Technically,
Hammer
none
4,
of these kids deserved
which was
it,
left
except
there
for
in the
Toko.
equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Yeah.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to
I'm not so
solidify
sure about this, Hammer.
Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1
we did get this
and
right.
the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
Yes!
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time.
I do have to admit, I like how different the art is. Because obviously they have to restate it. But the fact that they make the art so different really helps it.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
No one around.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
No, I pointed it out before. It's my gosh.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste. And I kissed. Alright. Alright. Weird hairdo.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Oh, no.
I never lost the bet.
Lost?
Let's see.
And you know what else is? That is an episode.
I know. Wait. No. Let's finish.
Listen, it ended 4 minutes. We at the start of the comic, we had 4 minutes, and we've gone over by 7 minutes.
I know.
Let's save the explanation for the next episode. So if they really want to understand why Celeste did this, we can get the explanation next time.
Is there an explanation next? I thought next time was just straight up her execution.
Execution and a bit of explaining why it's.
Alright.
It's like backstory of like why she did it, you know. Anyway.
I kind of wanted to see that, but okay. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. And we'll see you next time. So, Shades.
Yep.